Number 6, a plane is going to fly 450 miles at a planned speed of 590 miles per hour. The flight will have an average headwind of W miles per hour the entire time, meaning the plane is flying directly against the wind. The time t in hours of the flight is a function of the speed of the headwind W in miles per hour and can be modeled by the following function. Here is a graph of t of W. What does t of 100 mean in this situation? T of 100 means to plug in 100 for W. So if I were to take this function and plug in 100 for W, first of all, what does W represent? W means headwind. So plugging in 100 for W means that the headwind is 100 miles per hour. All right. T in this case stands for time. So T of 100 is going to tell me the time, the amount of time the flight takes with a headwind of 100 miles per hour. So what does T of 100 mean in this situation? It means the amount of time the flight takes with a 100 mile per hour headwind. So T of 200 would be the amount of time it takes with a 200 miles per hour headwind, so on and so forth. Part B, at what value of W does the graph have a vertical asymptote? Show your work. All right, remember to find a vertical asymptote, all I do is I take the denominator, so 590 minus W, and I set that equal to 0. So I'm going to start off by subtracting 590 from both sides, and I end up with negative W equals negative 590. Now keep in mind that negative W is really negative 1W. So to solve for W, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1, and I end up with W equals negative 590 divided by negative 1, which is positive 590. So W equals 590 is the value at which the graph has a vertical asymptote. Explain the meaning of the vertical asymptote in context. So remember, W is a headwind. So a headwind, here's my vertical asymptote here at 590. A headwind is supposed to slow you down. If you are flying directly into a headwind, it's going to slow you down. So keep in mind that the plane is flying at a speed of 590 miles per hour. So if your headwind is also 590 miles per hour, that means the speed at which you're flying is equal to the headwind. Think about what that means. If the speed at which the plane is flying is equal to the headwind, will the plane actually reach its destination? And the answer is no. That is the meaning of the vertical asymptote in context. So if the speed of the plane is equal to the headwind, the plane will never reach its destination. The only way the plane will actually move, the only way the plane will actually reach its destination is if the speed it's flying at is greater than the headwind. Okay? So if it's equal to the headwind, it's never going to reach its destination. It's just going to stay where it is. So that is the meaning of the vertical asymptote in context.